Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and we have another significant signing to announce in this year's 2020 NHL free agency, and it's regarding one of the more coveted forwards in Evgenii Dadonov going to, yes, the Ottawa Senators. This is another signing where I really didn't expect to happen. I knew Dadonov was on the market. I thought that there was a solid chance between him and Hoffman that Dadonov would be more likely to possibly stay in Sunrise with the Panthers, but no. Dadonov is the first to go of the two to a separate team in this year's free agency. He goes on a 3-year deal to the Sens with a $5 million AAV. He has a modified no-trade clause, a 10-team list, which from Pierre LeBrun has stated is very true, is becoming very much the norm now with teams in their contracts, having some type of modified no-trade clause or a full no-trade clause or move clause, whatever it may be. But in his first year, he'll be making $3.5 million. In his second year, he'll be making $5 million. And in his third year, his walk year, he'll be making $6.5 million. A very interesting deal, and I'm really curious as to how things fell through with the Panthers and say trying to keep him. How much interest really was there for the Panthers in trying to keep them? Are they say more focused on Hoffman? It may be a possibility, but I knew that a couple teams shown interest, at least from the reports I've seen with Dadonov, and those teams include the likes of the Boston Bruins, shout out NHL Rumors Daily, and also the New Jersey Devils, among some other teams, maybe even the Islanders too, but nonetheless, Dadonov, a very coveted forward in this year's free agency, after hitting a stalemate for 2 days straight, where we really didn't see any significant signings. And I'll have a video up shortly after this regarding all the signings in this year's free agency, so make sure to check that out. I did a grading scale of them using Tier Maker, and I graded them for the signings either to A all the way to F. And I don't have Dadonov signing in there because I pre-recorded it from last night, but nonetheless, make sure to check it out. I discussed over 40 players. It was a lot, so it's a lot of fun. Make sure to check it out when it does come up later today. But nonetheless, Dadonov, this is a very interesting signing. The 31-year-old winger, 5'11", 185 pounds, originally third-round pick by the Panthers back in 2007. Of course, was with them really for a couple of years, and then he went to the KHL. Just returned 2 to 3 years ago now, and has been a very solid winger in the NHL to say the least. In 69 games played this past season for the Panthers, he had 25 goals, 22 assists for 47 points. The year prior, he had a career high year in point production with 70 points in that season, including 28 goals and 42 assists. Great numbers for Dadonov, and yes, he did drop off a little bit this year for the Panthers, but I think he can still bring that presence of, say, between 55 and even 65 point winner. And now he's going to have a huge role with the Senators as they are in this rebuild. They have the best prospect pool in the NHL. I think we can all agree, especially after this year's draft. They have so much potential. They're going to have so many great young guns in their lineup along with the guys that are already there. And Dadonov's going to be in that top 6, contribute, get so much ice time each and every night, and will be a veteran leader in that locker room, which is desperately needed for the Ottawa Senators, and having some veteran leadership there along with the youth that they currently have. But if you look at, he originally returned from the KHL back in the 2017-2018 year to the Panthers, and he has had at least 25 goals in 3 separate seasons in the NHL. So very impressive there over these last 3 years, nonetheless, since returning from the KHL. So Dadonov, you can expect some scoring. Yes, I know that he had over a 20-point dip from the season prior in his point production, but he still has that potential, and I really like Dadonov. He's great not just 5-on-5, but on that power play as well. He has a wicked shot, very strong playmaking ability, and I'm really surprised that he went to Ottawa, truly. I'm very curious to see what the reasoning was for Dadonov. Was it, say, the money? Was it, say, the term, where teams say offering him only a 1 or 2 year deal? That could be the possibility given this flat cap, and maybe the Senators gave him the best offer. I'd assume so. But nonetheless, I like this deal a lot for the Senators. A surprising one. You'd think that Dadonov would go to a contender. No, that is not the case. He goes to a young team that is surely going to get better over these next couple of years. Before you know it, the Senators could very well be competing for a playoff spot in just 2 years. I really think that they are going to be that good, given their prospect pool. It's just oozing with talent. I find it hard to believe that they won't be competing sooner rather than later. I won't say next year, but they will be more competitive nonetheless starting next season. But I really like this deal for the Ottawa Senators. I'm curious to see what Bill Zito, the GM for the Florida Panthers, is going to do for the remainder of this offseason. We've heard him shop through the likes of Mackenzie on defense, so I'm not sure if they're going to say still go through with that, the young controllable defenseman. I think that they want to add depth to that forward group still. I think they want to keep Hoffman should that be available, so maybe we will see Hoffman re-sign, or will he truly stay in this free agent market and hit with a different team, whether it's like maybe the Nashville Predators come to mind, maybe the Islanders, if they can somehow clear up that cap space. I don't know how they're going to do that, but I know that they've shown interest. Maybe the Devils, I'm not sure, but I expect something to happen surely with this signing of Dadonov. Hopefully it's more of a domino effect with these other free agents that are still available, because there are still plenty of good ones for the taking. So we'll see what happens there. But as always, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about this signing as a Senators fan and a hockey fan overall? Were you expecting the signing? Are you surprised to see Dadonov go to Ottawa? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. As always, guys, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you ended up enjoying this kind of hockey content. It would truly mean a lot. And make sure to stay tuned for my next video that will be up shortly after this today, regarding all the signings for the most part that we have seen in the NHL thus far, and I will be grading them, like I said, using the website Tier Maker. So if you've seen that with other hockey YouTubers and you enjoy that, you will surely enjoy my video. But stay tuned, guys. It means a lot. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll be back real soon.